First in high definition from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
It promises to be a crowded few days on the roads and at the airport, but 10 is on your side to help.
Some of you are getting ready right now to head out for Thursday.
And tonight, saving money during your Thanksgiving travels. And what will weather be like? That's a big question. Chief Meteorologist Don Slater is in the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center. Everybody wants to know that.
Well, we're rain-free for right now, but it's not going to remain that way coming up for tomorrow morning. We've got a very good chance of showers and thunderstorms into the area. If you're thinking about heading off early tomorrow morning, you might want to think again and wait until around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning because here's what's going on. We've got a cold front off to our west, and it is going to provide us with some scattered showers and thunderstorms coming up tomorrow morning. A very good chance of rain tomorrow morning, and almost guarantee it into the area. We've got cloud cover. We had some morning rainfall into the area, but tomorrow's travel, if you're headed up to Washington, some morning storms, a few afternoon showers into their area, 64 for a high. We move on out to Roanoke. It'll clear the Roanoke area very early in the day, 59 degrees. Headed on down to Charlotte, some morning rain and afternoon sun around 65. And generally for us, if you're staying home, mainly morning rain, but we could see a few showers in the afternoon too. Lots more details in our forecast coming up.
All right, taking a live look at the interstates right now through the WAVY traffic jam cams. You can see traffic's moving smoothly here at 264 at Effingham Street in Portsmouth. You can view the traffic jams anytime on WAVY.com's traffic page. The weather may be nice on Thursday, but the forecast for your holiday travel budget is gloomy. Experts say whether you plan to drive or fly, it'll cost more than last year, but how much more may be up to you. 10 on your side, Stephanie Harris has tips for cheaper family travel.
If you're flying this season, a heavy bag can do more than just break your back. It can actually break the bank. Just about every airline now charges for baggage. So before you get to the airport, weigh your bag at home. If it's over 50 pounds, you could get hit with an extra fee, anywhere from $50 to $300.
Leave what you can at home, but don't forget the plastic.
Choosing the right credit card can be the smartest way to avoid baggage fees. For example, the American Express Delta Sky Miles card lets card members waive the baggage fee.
Don't waste money or time in the security line. The TSA will toss lotions, gels, even drinks over 4 ounces, but not solid food. So
instead of buying food, pack your own lunch or snack. It could save a family of 4 about $25.
If you're traveling by car, of course, gas is your biggest expense. Here are some ways to get the most mileage.
First thing would be set the cruise control.
Our auto expert recommends 60 miles per hour.
About every 5 miles over 60 miles an hour, you're going to lose about 1 to 2% of your fuel economy.
Your vehicle burns the most gas when it accelerates, so avoid stop-and-go traffic if you can. Choose an alternate route, even if it's a few miles out of the way. It'll save you in the long run. Inflate your tires to proper pressure. For every 3 pounds they're under, your fuel economy drops 1%. And don't ignore warning lights.
Faulty oxygen sensors can be a main cause of poor fuel mileage. It can reduce your fuel mileage by up to 40%.
And no matter where you stop to fuel up, go to WAVY.com's On Your Side page and click on the interactive map to find the cheapest gas prices. Stephanie Harris, 10 on your side.
And new tonight at 5:30, staying healthy while you travel. We're on your side with the best ways you can avoid cold and flu germs. If your holiday travel lands you in Chesapeake, police have a warning. Officers will be out working to keep you and other drivers safe. Police will increase their efforts to catch speeders and drunk drivers through the end of the month. We're on your side starting tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. Tune in to WAVY News 10, where meteorologist Jeremy Wheeler will have the latest track of the storm, and Cheryl Tan will help you track the traffic heading in and out of Hampton roads.
Airport screeners have found more than 1,100 guns in checkpoints nationwide, one of them today at Richmond International. TSA officers found the .45 caliber Ruger firearm and 2 loaded magazines around 10 this morning. You see, a passenger had the weapon in their carry-on luggage. Police have not released that passenger's name. Newport News police say someone assaulted a teen as she walked to her bus stop. Police say a man with his face covered forced a 17-year-old girl behind an abandoned house on 29th Street near Jefferson Avenue and then touched her and threatened to hurt her if she told anyone. Call the crime line if you can help detectives.
Norfolk police say a member of a gang admitted he killed someone. Josephor's Reed III from the Bounty Hunter Bloods pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. Reed was charged with shooting DeLandre Graham at a house on Davis Street 4 years ago.
How to recognize a robber. Virginia Beach detectives hope you can help. This comes from the Citgo gas station on Diamond Springs Road. Detectives say a man pulled a gun and demanded money from an employee Saturday morning. No one was hurt, but this man may have also hit a CVS store on Independence Boulevard back in September. Once again, call the crime line if you can help. And the story of Kyle Smith from Virginia Beach illustrates why police depend on Crime Line. He got 10 years today for robbery, and police say they got several tips after we aired this surveillance video from Papa Joe's Smoke Shack in January. 2 others, along with Smith, pleaded guilty to this robbery in January.
After 111 days, the wildfire in the Great Dismal Swamp is finally out. Firefighters have been battling the smoke and flames since early August. That's when 2 separate lightning strikes sparked the flames that consumed more than 6,500 acres. The fire continued to burn even after Hurricane Irene moved through Hampton Roads. Now repair work will begin on the roads and infrastructure damaged in that fire. Investigators say unattended food on the stove sparked a house fire overnight in Norfolk. It started at around 12:30 in the 2100 block of Cromwell Drive. There were 3 people inside when the fire started. We're told they made it out okay and are staying with family now.
In our economy, more people are working in Virginia and North Carolina. We'll give you some numbers to back it up. The Labor Department put Virginia's unemployment rate last month at 6.4%. The Commonwealth added 14,000 jobs for October. North Carolina, 10.4%, but the State Division of Employment Security counts 5,500 more jobs. By the way, national unemployment stands at 9%.
The child sex abuse case at Penn State University could drive major legislative reform. A December 13th hearing before a panel of the Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee will examine how America protects children from abuse and neglect. One senator hopes the hearing will lead to better prevention of child sexual abuse. Former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky is accused of molesting 8 boys over a 15-year period. Despite eyewitness reports to a grand jury, Sandusky denies any sexual contact with children. Sandusky is due in court December 13th.
I'm not so much as upset as disappointed.
Upset, disappointed. People from Norfolk State waited all day yesterday to get tickets and couldn't get them. Came out here today and they get tickets again. I'm Andy Fox. A lot of upset people. That story coming up.
And we're on your side helping you avoid turkey trouble. More cooking fires happen on Thanksgiving than any other day of the year. You don't want this. We talked to local firefighters about how you can make sure your feast doesn't go up in flames.
And a 9-year-old girl is stuck between 2 walls. We'll tell you how she got there and how rescue crews got her out. Plus.
Wow, unrest in Egypt, why American students are in custody, and how military leaders are responding to the violence.
You're watching WAVY News 10 at 5 with Tom Shad, Nicole Ribas, and Super Doppler 10 Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Around the world, more violent clashes on the streets of Cairo. Protesters hurled stones at security forces who fired back with tear gas. More than 24 people have died in the violence since Saturday. Egypt's civilian cabinet offered to resign overnight, but protesters say that's not enough. They're demanding the Egyptian military step down and transfer power to a civilian government. Late today, Egypt's military leader promised presidential elections will be held by the end of June and a civilian government would take over in July. Egyptian television is broadcasting images of what it claims is 3 American students detained for taking part in the clashes by throwing fire bombs. The U.S. Embassy says it is investigating. A South Korean politician threw what is believed to be tear gas powder at fellow lawmakers today. Look at that. This happened after ruling party lawmakers pushed through a long-stalled free trade deal with the United States. Security shoved the opposition party lawmaker to the door while everyone else covered their mouths and noses. Look at that. A tanker truck exploded at a truck stop in Romania overnight. The truck was carrying a component of asphalt. Apparently, the driver left the heating system on, and that started the fire.
A cloud of ash is hanging over Mexico's largest active volcano. It's been sending up steam and gas since Friday, a plume 3 miles high. The volcano is near the capital city of Mexico City. So far, no injuries or damage. Officials have restricted access to the immediate area to prevent anyone from getting too close. And Chinese firefighters, they spent 40 minutes rescuing this little girl stuck between two walls. She apparently ran into the gap between two houses to escape punishment from her parents. Well, the gap got smaller as she went further in, and the 9-year-old got stuck. Firefighters broke through one of the walls to reach the child. Doctors say she received only minor injuries.
Trouble in Toyland. We're on your side with a warning about the hidden dangers of toys that could be on your holiday shopping list.
But first, we're tackling the dangers of Thanksgiving, and that's a big one right there. That's the day firefighters get more calls than any other time of the year. You can see why. But we're on your side with what you need to know to make sure your meal and your house doesn't go up in flames.
Or William Shatner. Obviously, not joking about it. Here's a look at how much rain we had during the morning hours. We had, but for the most part, very, very light rain, but a little bit of a streak there. We're going to see a lot more rain coming up tomorrow morning. How about the rest of the holiday? I'll tell you about that in a few minutes.
Thanksgiving's just 2 days away. For many, preparation for that perfect holiday meal is already underway.
Yeah, but cooking this time of the year is also one of the main causes of fires. And frying that turkey can be even more dangerous.
10 on your side's Ali Lucia has some helpful tips to make sure that you can enjoy that holiday meal and maybe that firefighters don't show up at your table, right?
Yeah, exactly, Tom. The Norfolk Fire Department says in the last 2 years they've had 7 cooking-related fires around the Thanksgiving holiday, while calls related to frying turkey are becoming more popular.
Now, unfortunately, we're getting more and more calls related to turkey fires.
Like a lot of us, Wayne Wallace from the Norfolk Fire Department loves deep-fried turkey at Thanksgiving.
They're delicious.
But he says this quick way of cooking can be dangerous.
You're putting anywhere 3 to 3.5 gallons of oil in those turkey fryers, and it's very, very dangerous.
If done the wrong way, things can take a turn for the worse fast, like this.
Within 10-15 seconds, easily.
Wallace says these are the top 5 turkey frying tips to make sure your Thanksgiving dinner doesn't end up in flames. Your turkey must be thawed. Frozen leads to fire. Cook it at least 15 feet away from your home, on the pavement. Don't use too much oil. Test how much oil you need with water by dunking the turkey into the bucket to make sure it doesn't overflow. Keep a fire extinguisher handy and keep your eye on that Thanksgiving dinner.
You don't want to leave them unattended for any reason, especially if you have small children.
And what about all that grease? Whether it be from frying or any other Thanksgiving fixing. Whatever you do, don't pour it down the kitchen sink.
Well, the best way to dispose of the grease is to pour it in a bowl, put a couple ice cubes in there, let it get hard, and then just throw it in the trash.
Otherwise, plumber George Vogt says you could delay that holiday dinner and tack on an added expense.
We end up having to come out. It's a holiday, and it can be an expensive deal.
So if you choose to fry, save the gravy for the trash and make sure to follow those deep frying instructions.
It actually comes out very moist and tender, but it's dangerous if you don't do it properly.
Now, Wallace says the products used for frying are safe, but if you choose to fry your turkey for Thanksgiving dinner, be extra careful and, of course, follow the instructions. And you can always go to WAVY.com and watch all those safety tips again. Ali Lucia, 10 on your side.
Important to note, if you're seeing that video of those fires, since it's become such a popular way of cooking turkey, tomorrow at 5, we're going to show you how to fry a turkey live here, keeping all those safety measures in mind.
Health experts want you to be aware of all the salt on your table on Thanksgiving. The total amount of sodium for a Thanksgiving meal can be as much as 2,000 milligrams. That amount of salt can do a number on your blood pressure. The nation's new dietary guidelines say no one should eat more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day. Dietitians say one way to get around all the salt is to prepare the meal from scratch as much as possible. For example, use homemade cornbread for stuffing instead of what comes in a box. For everything you need to know this holiday season, just log on to WAVY.com and click on our holiday guide. It'll take you to this page where you can take a look at the calendar of holiday events across Hampton Roads.
And if you need help planning your Black Friday shopping trip, the time to work off all that turkey, we have a link to some of the deals.
We also posted several greetings from folks overseas with a special message for their friends and family right here in Hampton Roads.
I don't think I'm going to be counting fat calories or sodium calories or anything. Not on Thanksgiving Day.
You're not going to work out Thanksgiving morning?
No. No, it's Thanksgiving. Maybe the day
after. Am I the only
after.
person who's going to do that? Because if you work out, you sweat, then you can take in that sodium because you, right?
Okay. That's what Friday and Saturday and Sunday. That's
okay.
That's
See you at the gym.
No, Nicole, you're just weird. That's all. Yeah, I'll be there Zumbaing or whatever it is with you.
Bring it.
In the rain, right? Tomorrow.
Rain tomorrow, but Thursday looks fine. Now, obviously, we had some rain this morning. That's pretty well gone. I moved on up to the north, and it's fallen apart. So, again, we're not looking at a big chance of rain overnight. But tomorrow morning, a very, very good chance of rainfall into the area as a cool front moves on through. You can see everything swirling up into here. There's a low-pressure area here with a cold front trailing south from that low-pressure area, and that's going to come marching on through the area first thing tomorrow morning. Morning thunderstorms are very, very likely into the area. So join Jeremy Wheeler tomorrow morning. We could see an outside chance of some severe weather into the area with those thunderstorms marching through, mainly from the south side and into eastern North Carolina. That would be our best chance if we would see anything severe. And Jeremy's up in at 4:30 in the morning. He was in before that, but that's when he's on the air, so I'll let you know about it. 2 o'clock in the morning, 10 to 15 mile-an-hour winds. There's where we are at 7 o'clock in the morning. Here it comes, marching on through the peninsula, Williamsburg area, Middle Peninsula, Northern Neck, 15 to 25 mile-an-hour winds. And then by around 10 o'clock, it's marched through Virginia, still going on into North Carolina. Winds become westerly at 10 to 20, and then 15 to 25 by the noon hour. So we're all done with the rain? Not quite. I think we're going to see a secondary kick of cool air drop in, and that could create a little more rain late in the day tomorrow, more likely during the evening hours. That'll kick our wind in as well, 20 to 30 mile-an-hour winds, and then that wind drops off during the day on Thursday. Might pop up to around 10 to 20, but Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, is looking just fine. Here's what's going on by 7 o'clock in the evening on Thursday. Light northerly wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So again, we're going to get all the rain and the active weather done first thing in the morning, especially for tomorrow, when we'll see around 1/3 of an inch all the way up to around 1 inch of rain into the area. And again, the bulk of that rain is going to come tomorrow morning. Here's a look at the cloud cover. We've seen a few breaks in the clouds during the afternoon hours. Obviously, we saw rain, light rain for much of the morning into the area, mostly cloudy right now. It's into the low to mid-60s after a high of 68 degrees into the area. And again, there's lots of warmer air that's really going to lift northward first thing tomorrow morning. And first thing tomorrow morning, it'll be around 66, 68 degrees with a good chance of rain, thunderstorms between around 5 o'clock and around 9 o'clock in the morning. Then a slight chance of rain later on in the day. For Thursday, looks absolutely, I forgot to put the gobble gobble on there. We'll put it on there for later. 57 degrees. You're probably sick of it anyway.
It's Tucker the turkey.
Yeah, 57 degrees coming up on Thursday, 64 on Friday, and back into the mid-60s as well for Saturday and Sunday. Chance of rain Monday and Tuesday. So again, a very active weather day for tomorrow.
I don't want to hear my turkey yelling at me on the plate, so maybe it's best you can't hear.
Nicole.
Yeah, I think that's Nicole too. All right. The joys of the holiday season, they also bring potential danger for children, but we're on your side, showing you that hazard that one consumer watchdog group found in toys you probably wouldn't consider unsafe.
And if you're heading out to pick up some toys on Friday, we'll tell you where you can get some Black Friday freebies. That's at 5:30.
Many of you parents already know this. Look out for toys with choking risks, toxic hazards, and the ones that could cause hearing loss.
The Public Interest Research Group is warning you to use caution when shopping for children this holiday season. The Consumer Watchdog Group released their annual Trouble in Toyland report today. They demonstrated the hazards in some toys you may not think would be unsafe.
Our lab reported there were 720 parts per million of lead in this book, which is used as a teething and touching toy for infants. The current limit for lead is 100 ppm. This tests as high as 93 dB at a distance of 10 inches. 85 is the maximum allowed for this type of toy.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission has a website where you can find more information on making sure the toys you choose are safe. We posted a link right on WAVY.com.
While we're talking about safety, it's what stands between crooks and your personal information or bank account, but are you creating internet insecurity? We're on your side with a top 10 list of the worst passwords.
And one Virginia lawmaker is pushing for a new bill to ban abortion. New at 5:30, why that legislation could also make birth control illegal.
We had a lot of We're on Your Sides in that show, and I thought I got like 4 of them out.
Hello, Andy's not here right now. May I take a message?
Who's looking at it?
Yeah, ask him, let him know that I have asked for a mic check.
Okay, then.
All right, okay, thank you.
I will.
Yep.
Yep.
Hello there, Tom.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you.
We all have passwords for our computer, voicemail, online banking, and more, but the question is, are you safe from hackers? So computer security experts Splash Data Inc. compiled a list of the worst passwords of the year, and here are the top 10. They're compiled from stolen passwords posted online by hackers. They're not very creative, as you can see. If you have one of these passwords, experts say you should change it immediately. A strong password should be 8 or more characters with a mix of characters, letters, numbers, and symbols. The only thing you have to worry about here is WAVY News 10 at 5:30, and it starts right now.